Hey guys, it's Dustin here, the Pro Picker. So today's video is going to be yesterday and today, where I go around picking various thrift stores and my first garage sale of the season, which is awesome. And I'm pretty happy with the results. Wednesday, absolutely slower than Thursday was. We're starting off at the American Thrift here. However, I'm going to note that I went to 3 different thrift stores, well, 2 thrift stores and a pawn shop before I came here and purchased nothing for resale purposes. So I just want to be realistic with you guys. I go to a lot of stores. I make a lot of awesome finds, but I'm out there 20, 30 plus hours a week just on the sourcing side of things to get what I get. And it's just a law of numbers. The more you're out there, the more you're going to find. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, turn on the bell notifications, liking the video, and commenting down below, and following me on Instagram at ProPickerOhio. And with that, yeah, let's get settled in here for this video. So I see the 8 tracks here. They've been here a while, and that one's sealed, but they wrote on the actual like label of the 8 track, and I don't know, I just didn't feel like buying it, honestly. And looking down here, I'm looking at some of the like VCRs, DVD players, receivers, things like that, and they've priced them a little higher than they normally do. I'm not saying it's expensive, but the bigger an item is, the cheaper I want to buy it, so I can maximize my margins. Just based on, I want to be really cheap on big and heavy items, basically, because shipping's going to eat up a lot of that. So I do skip out on those. However, speaking of finding something reasonably priced, this Turbo Baker here, it should sell for about $85. They have it priced at $4, guys. And the great thing about it is, even if it doesn't work, it parts out extremely well. In fact, it might even part out better than it sells as a whole. But if it works, I'm just going to sell it one and done kind of deal. And next to it, I find these Thrustmaster pedal set here, and I'm thinking about $50 to $60 on it. It's half off, so it's only $4 as well. And for $1.50, I'll pick up this iRobot charger because it's going to ship first class. It'll be about $15 shipped. So, you know, I'll make a few bucks on my $1.50, and I know it's going to be an easy sell for me. Just if you need the charger, you need the charger kind of deal. And that's all I do pick up at the American Thrift. And here, still kind of do my Wednesday thing. I go into the Goodwill from the 3,000 items video, if you've seen that one. And this is also the one that had the $200 globe. So looking around here and not seeing too much in the showcase that, you know, I can pick up. The Garmin might have been something to consider, but I'm not crazy on those. If I find them super cheap, $8 probably not. There's still probably a little bit of money to be made, but again, you have to buy the right ones. They need. I know they need to have the lifetime maps. So I look at the first new stock card and strike out, but I go to the second new stock card here that they didn't put too much on. But this Clarify, it's in really good condition inside. I'll show you later in the footage. $6. The sell-through is really good on it, and I should be able to get about $35 for it shipped. So I'll definitely make a profit on it. And then next, I find this like Reed diffuser kit, and I'm gonna ask about $30 for it. Again, the sell-through is pretty good on the brand and that exact packaging, and I'm the only one that's gonna have an active listing with that white cypress scent. So I think I'll do pretty well on it, and should ship first class. So definitely some money to be made there. And as you can see, while it is used, it at least has the box and everything's in good shape. It has a manual, so pretty good pickup on this phone, I think. And yeah, that's all I end up getting on this trip to this store. So I'm gonna do some doubling back because I do. Again, this is a kind of a 2 days of picking with Dustin here video. So this is the Goodwill closest to my house, the one that's featured the most, probably out of any store on my channel. And go ahead and hit up the hand sanitizer. She's telling me about this cool OSU lamp that they have back there. So. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, so but I'm guessing it's a good lamp. And everybody's very awesome at this store. In fact, pretty much almost all the thrifts I go to, everybody's pretty nice. Oh, and then I abruptly cut to a new stock cart coming out here, and just kind of trying to find some things here. Instantly, I see this ink. It's expired, but it should sell quick. And I've already sold the Omron ear thermometer for 40 bucks. I want to say I paid like $3 for it. I mistake by this British sterling. Some of it was used, some of it was not. So unfortunately, not too much, like a $3 hit. I should be able to, get a little bit of profit out of the unused ones. And then I go ahead and head to this garage sale, which is actually a moving sale. And just kind of walk in. They opened slightly early, it looks like, because I got here basically on time. I did an early bird just because I don't even know why I did an early bird, because that's typically what I do. So I'm that guy. So here's a nativity scene. And yeah, so this nativity scene is priced at $2. They sell really well, obviously, in the Q4 time frame, but at $2, I'm not going to argue. Just kind of looking around, seeing what's available. There is stuff inside the house, so definitely more to see. I do look through these bins. I don't even know what this was, like some wiring and stuff. And then that printer there, I do check it out at some point. That printer is only like a $60 printer, so that's one I'm going to pass on. And I asked, hey, is there anywhere I could throw this down at? And she's like, yeah, you can just lay it right there. I'm like, okay. It was kind of a larger nativity scene. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, and I might make a point of telling my story about how somebody stole a nativity scene from me. Not enough excess footage in this video to get the whole story in for you guys. That'd have to be like half a video on its own. So I go over here and I instantly see this Polk Bluetooth speaker. $95 speaker right there, and it's new. They never used it. For $5. They had the smartwatches here priced at $5 a piece. I don't know why I didn't look at that other one that was loose right there. It could have been a nice Fitbit, but these two right here, they had $5 a piece. I do ask them if they can do 2 for $5. They should sell, one's used, one's unused, $35 and $25 respectfully. And then for 50 cents a piece, I get both of these Bath and Body candle holders. One of them has a used candle in it, but I'm buying it for the holders because some of those get retired and then people want them. And so they go on eBay for them. They're not crazy money, but you can get like $10, $15, $20, $25 depending on the candle holder. So I like to pick these up when they're really cheap. And I will note that they always move for me, so that is a thing that they have going for them. They tell me about this Oreo music box radio deal or record player, and I don't really get how it works. There's instructions in it, but it's hey, you should open it up and check it out. I'm like, okay. For 50 cents, I'm gonna pick it up because it's selling for $50 shipped right now on eBay, so that is a good deal to me. That's all I needed to see was that it was selling for good money. And I was sold and convinced on that one. So I ended up spending $13 at this sale with a lot of very profitable items. Super stoked. really excited to get this kind of merchandise. That Polk speaker, absolute great find there. Not only is it going to sell for a good amount, it's going to be an easy flip. And should fit in a priority shoebox for shipping purposes, so I don't even have to spend money on my own box to sell it. So, got that going for me. I'm trying to be, it's also an easy list. I'm trying to be cognizant right now of how easy is this thing going to be to list? How easy is it going to be to ship? Because the more I can improve efficiencies on that end, the more money we're going to make. You only have 24 hours in the day. Each of us only have 24 hours in the day. So trying to make the most of it. And I see these mason caddies. You can see I'm back at the thrift store from earlier. It's Thursday now, and they're really cool and everything. However, the sell-through was really bad on them. Like, only one sold, and there was like 9 listed. So I go ahead and put them back because maybe if I was picking them up for so cheap, I could undercut the competition. That's going to sell real easy here in the store to somebody that wants them. But for resale purpose, it's just not going to work for me. But it is fairly priced. I will say that. And just kind of taking a look around the store here, I see this Luxe bath care set. Again, another thing that's fairly priced for somebody that just wants it. However, for me, it's not, there's just not enough meat on the bone there for me to want to resell that. If I was finding it at a yard sale for maybe $1 or $2, sure, but... And this bat here, so I saw new ones selling for like $25 and $30. This one is in really good condition, but it is used. And I think it was $25 and they accepted an offer. So I do end up passing because at $5.99, the shipping headache and all of that, it's just not going to be worth it. But I do find these catchphrase games, and I get about $17 on average for these. But they ship first class. And the reason I'm going to get them is because they sell. Like, I don't know, it's really popular or something. I've never played them other than to like test them out real quick. But people seem to like these quite a bit. They don't spend a lot of money on them. And usually I actually find them with the box. But yeah, they definitely seem to sell. And then this is a like Club Pets Popo Max, and the comp on the screen there, that's a used one that's sold for like $51 shipped. There's no new ones listed. There's no new solds. I'm gonna ask like 70, maybe $60 on mine. I'm only paying $10 here. $2.99 on the Hot Wheel. But it's going to ship first class. I'll get $15 shipped. So there's some money to be made, and good Hot Wheel stuff, like not like the dollar cars at the store. You know what I mean? Tends to move pretty well for me. So I pick it up. It's, I'm going to make money on it for sure. And then I see this like infant Babble band set, and I think I'll get around the 60 to 70 shipped for it for $8. I mean, what a score. Definitely happy to have brought this store back into my rotation. They have made changes where they've started pricing things, I feel, more reasonably. There's an ebb and flow to these things. So taking a look on the new clothes rack here, or the new stock, and I do pass on the Miss Me. So they'd be like $25 shipped, and it's $6. It just, I didn't really feel like there was going to be enough profit for it. All the Miss Me jeans have like a model number on the inside of the pants, so you can easily search them. But here's a recap of everything I do pick up at this store. So overall, pretty happy with the finds. Really can't complain. And again, this one's kind of nearby. And during yard sale season, I'll pass by it even more than I normally do. So it only makes sense, as long as they keep bringing out cool stuff, to keep coming back to this one. That's definitely something that motivates me. I'm not in a position where I'm really worried about running out of money to buy. So if your store starts stocking the right stuff at the right price, I'll be there. So the first thing I see in the Salvation Army here is these Nikes, and I'm not the biggest like sneakerhead, I guess, but I know those aren't in amazing condition, but still some good comps that I threw up on the screen. But these cement ones, the shoes I initially picked up were $9.99. These are $14.99. And look at these comps, guys. I mean, 70 to 100 plus on the ones in the cart right now. The ones that you're looking at right now, they're all over the place. 100, 70, 180. I mean, I don't know where I'm going to have to land on price condition wise. Both pairs are going to have to be cleaned before being listed, which is a little bit of annoyance. But for those margins, especially if I can sell them for over $100 each, there's no fees on eBay right now. I believe that policy is still in place. So definitely awesome. And Homedics is a brand you should always be looking out for. It sells very well. This is a UV clean sanitizer bag. And for $4.99, I'll be able to flip this for $30 shipped. It should ship first class. It's very light. And then I see these speakers here, guys. So like you see this comp on the screen, it says new, other, or open box. These are in immaculate condition, so I think I'm gonna get like $70, $5.99 on them. They're just, you know, satellite surround speakers or whatever. What a great buy! It's just gonna fit right into, you know, a normal size box. I definitely have a box that's gonna fit those easily. So, super stoked. And I see this Swen Deluxe, and it's $25. It's from the 70s. Awesome bike. It needs new tires, a new chain, probably a new kickstand and pedals to like really make it shine. I actually don't want a project right now. I don't really have a lot of space for things like this, and I don't have time to fix this kind of stuff. So even though it's a steal at $25, to give you guys an idea, a completely remodeled one of those bikes, or excuse me, a one owner of those bikes that was kept indoors, not completely remodeled, all original parts in perfect condition, sold for like $250. So there's definitely some room for somebody that's into bicycle repair. I don't have the time. It will be 6 months before I get that, you know, ready to sell. So it's a great buy, but it's not great for me. And that's another thing I'm starting to focus on right now. Like, just because there's potential in it doesn't mean I have to buy it, because as you guys can see, I find plenty of stuff as it is. So I know that won't be there the next time I walk through that store, because $25 is a bargain on that. I could have considered parting it out, but that still would have been the project. I'm here at my nearest Goodwill, so like they were telling me they were gonna bring out games for me to check out, because like they were bringing them out anyways, and then this guy kind of got real close, but I was just like, no, I'm gonna look real quick. I grabbed some titles here, and I don't know. I think he was kind of close by too, so I get it. I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm not complaining, but yeah, I did kind of make sure to muscle in there a little bit. So this is, and they bring more out. This is the most amount of games I've ever seen come out at once at a thrift store, I think. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, they bring some more, so I scoot those over so that there's room. And then you won't see it on camera, but they bring even more out, which is insane. Not as much as those two stacks, but I go through it. It's a lot of commons, guys. And I'll show you, because my camera dies, but I switch out the battery, forget to hit the play button or the record button. But then I'll show you a recap in store of what I do grab. That Fortnite's pretty decent. And just kind of looking through here, seeing what I can find. If you guys see anything that I don't pick up that I should have, let me know. I mean, I know probably more about games than, you know, quite a lot of other categories, I guess. However, with that being said, you know, I am prone to mistakes. Sometimes I miss something. There was a lot of games here. And also, you know, I know that other guy was patiently waiting for me to look through here. Now, that farming simulator is a putback, even sealed. For some reason, the comps just aren't that good on it. But yeah, again, this is just crazy how much they had to put out right now. Uh, Unfortunately, like I mentioned, a fair amount of sports, but not the ones that you really target, and a fair amount of like very common games. So here's what I end up getting. So this Fortnite's worth about like $18 to $19 without the game code. It has a code in there, but there's no way of telling if it's used or not. Then this SpongeBob SquarePants, probably another 12 on the Sims 2 Pets. So not these are all shipped prices, so not crazy. 12 to 15 on The Last of Us. We're looking probably at another like 13, 14 bucks there. This Ghost Squad, I think, was another like 13, 14. So I'll make a little bit of money on it. The Muppets Party Cruise was actually above 10 as well. It falls right at that border where I'd want to be. But with that, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, like the video, comment below, and follow me on Instagram at ProPickerOhio. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.